Hi, I'm Katerina. You're watching Dontaesboxingnation.
Dontaesboxingnation, what's going on, guys? So I just did a video the other day where I told you guys that I feel there's a good chance that Tyson Fury, he could possibly retire, especially after his performance, his last performance. Because after watching the way Tyson Fury looked against the Deontay Wilder that looked worse in the third fight than he did in the first fight, I truly believe he's going to have a lot of problems with his mandatory Dillian Whyte and all the other heavyweights that are coming up right now. From a Frank Sanchez to a Jared Anderson to a Joe Joyce. I mean, I think his best chance of winning is against Usyk, and that's only because of Usyk's size. If Usyk was a little bit bigger, if he was a natural heavyweight, I say he would beat Tyson Fury easy. But right now, Tyson Fury is in a bit of a conundrum right now because his dream has always been to unify all the belts, but now the problem is, in order to do that, he's going to have to defend his title against Dillian Whyte. And for those of you guys who don't know this, Dillian Whyte, he sparred with Tyson Fury many rounds and knocked down Tyson Fury many times, right? By Tyson Fury's own admission. So if Dillian Whyte can do this with bigger gloves and headgear, imagine how dangerous he would be with regular size gloves on in a real fight. And of course, Tyson Fury is thinking about this. When it comes to someone like Dillian Whyte, you're dealing with a complete fighter. You're not dealing with a Deontay Wilder who only throws a right hand, and a wild right hand at that, at least in that third fight, right? I had some people in my comment section in my last video saying, no, that's not true. I seen him throw an uppercut. I seen him throw a hook. We're not talking about him throwing something 3 or 4 times in a fight. We're talking about him throwing punches consistently. And that's what you're going to get when you're facing Dillian Whyte. He's going to be throwing uppercuts, hooks to the body, stiff jabs, right hands, counter right hands. He's going to be doing all of these things consistently, not just 3 or 4 times in the whole fight. That is the difference. Now, because of this, I truly believe Tyson Fury feels that Dillian Whyte will be a more difficult fight than Usyk. Remember, guys, Dillian Whyte is going to be one of those fighters that's almost Tyson Fury's size. He's not going to be 40 pounds. Tyson Fury's not going to be 40 pounds bigger than Dillian Whyte like he was over Deontay Wilder. Dillian Whyte is going to be physically as strong. He may end up still being stronger than Tyson Fury while Tyson is outweighing him. But the weight is going to be a lot closer is my point. Because of this, I told you guys I would not be surprised if Tyson Fury retires. And now we hear his promoter, Frank Warren, hinting that he probably will retire. Frank Warren, he said he just talked to him the other day, and right now, Tyson Fury, he's not interested in boxing at all. He's not interested in boxing at all. He doesn't want to talk about boxing. He doesn't want to talk about what he wants to do next. But that's pretty strange because before Anthony Joshua lost to Usyk, he was talking about nothing but fighting against Anthony Joshua next, right? He was always talking about fighting Anthony Joshua. Like I said, his dream was unifying all of the belts. So how would that make sense if all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Tyson Fury decides, you know, I changed my mind. I don't care about unifying all the belts. I'm just going to go ahead and retire now. Remember, it was you guys that were defending Tyson Fury that kept saying there's no reason for Tyson to fight Deontay Wilder a third time. It's the unification bout we want to see. We want to see him against Anthony Joshua, right? So now the situation is still pretty much the same. The only difference is now Tyson Fury will end up facing Usyk or Anthony Joshua, depending on how the rematch plays out. But the thing is, how do you abandon your dream of being undisputed at heavyweight? And why would you do that? The only reason he would do that is because of the situation right now. He's in a tough spot. The only way he could even become undisputed is getting past Dillian Whyte first. And I've already explained why I feel that Tyson Fury himself, he agrees with me that Dillian Whyte is a much more difficult fight than a much smaller Usyk. Now, I was told that Deontay Wilder is supposed to now be the #1 contender, which makes no sense coming off of a knockout loss. But a couple people are telling me that those are the reports, that now Deontay Wilder, White is still the mandatory, and then they're saying that Deontay Wilder is right behind him, which kind of sounds to me like the WBC, they may be trying to find a way to protect Tyson Fury by possibly matching up Deontay Wilder against Dillian White. So that would give Tyson more of an opportunity to go straight to Usyk so they can fight for undisputed. Now, I don't know if that's the case or not, but I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a really bad look if Tyson Fury retires after all this time he's been talking about unifying all of the belts and becoming undisputed. Let's see how this plays out. Now, even though Frank Warren, he said that Tyson Fury doesn't want to talk about boxing anymore and wouldn't be surprised if he retires, Frank still insisted that Tyson Fury will return to the ring. Once again, the question is when? Is he trying to find a way around the Dillian White fight? That's what it's really going to come down to. Bob Arum, he has already said he really wants to make that fight between Tyson Fury and Dillian White because it's a huge fight in the UK. So let's see what Tyson Fury decides to do. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the big day. SMPs at ScalpCarolinas. I need a real restoration. This is my makeover right here.
Fellas, I've got some great news for you. If you've lost your hair or have a receding hairline, the time has come when you can finally get your hairline back through a process called scalp micropigmentation. So here's how it works. It's a hair tattoo that replicates the look of your hair follicles when you have fully shaved it down. So to get this hookup, make sure you follow and contact my man ScalpCarolinas on Instagram. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.
Get ready to take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improve footwork, timing, head movement, hand-eye coordination, reflex, and overall fight IQ. It's lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere. When you don't have a coach to do mitt work, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a heavy bag to hit, get a Focus Ball. When you don't have a sparring partner, get yourself a Focus Ball. And when you just want to have fun punching and kicking, get a Focus Ball. When you train with the Focus Ball, you train your eyes and your brain to read punches so that you can hit and not get hit, making this very simple device a must-have for all combat sports athletes and enthusiasts alike. So if you want to take your striking game to the next level, don't wait. Get the Focus Ball now.